not messing around. We're getting right into today's episode. Welcome back to the number one podcast in the world. What's the juice?
Is this how we're starting?
This is how we're starting.
Okay, my name is Yoni Kodo, your favorite host in the world.
And just everything in the world today.
Exactly.
Today is going to be the best episode you've ever heard.
Like it's actually gonna be the best podcast episode you've ever heard in your life. So if you're listening to this, just get ready because today I'm not playing around. I got a lot to say about texting.
I'm actually very excited to talk about today's episode.
And we have notes, but I kind of don't even need to look at them.
My name is Alia Zaitza, your other favorite host of the What's the Juice podcast. If you're a first-time listener,
welcome.
We're so happy that you are here and you clicked on this episode. If you're not a first-time listener, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So today we are talking about something that we all do. Day to day, every day.
Every day. Hopefully. Some people take a day off.
What you mean? Like a phone detox?
Yeah, like a phone detox. Just responding to something. That's a day off.
Okay.
Okay.
Have you ever had a phone detox?
No, never.
No, never even that. Well, neither have I. I feel like that would be really good to do.
A phone detox?
I feel like I've been on my phone extra.
But if we work from our phone, how can you...
Nah, that's an excuse.
It's not an excuse.
It's an excuse because I don't work on my phone when I'm scrolling. That's a fact.
Okay. Are you scrolling all day?
My phone time right now, my phone screen time is like 7 hours.
Let's get to that, okay?
I mean, this episode is not about screen time though.
Okay, so let's not get to that.
So now that's it.
Okay.
Yo, I cannot speak today.
Today's episode is going to be about texting.
Today's episode is going to be about texting, calling, phone etiquette, phone behavior, phone and text anxiety, and everything that has to do with that.
Okay.
And we both have a lot to say.
We have a lot to say. Now, let's get to it, right? First of all, my first question to you is, do you prefer texting or calling?
100% texting. I am a certified Gen Z in that aspect. Do not fucking call me without texting me first. Okay, that's a little dramatic. Obviously, if it's an emergency or something, call me. However, most of the time, it's never an emergency.
You never know, though.
You never know. That is true.
Know. So if it is an emergency and
obviously call me.
Yeah.
What about you?
I love calling.
Yeah, you know, loves calling.
I'm that person who will like randomly call you and you would look at your phone like, damn, why is he calling me out of nowhere? And we haven't talked in like months.
Okay, what randomly calling, what time of day is this happening?
Anytime.
What type of day is it? Is it a work day? Is it a weekend?
Well, usually on the days that I would randomly call people, it's like it has to be a specific.
Like I think you need to explain the strategy behind that.
Yeah, it has to. I have to wake up in a certain mood. Okay.
Okay, but when is the calling actually happening?
What do you mean when? Like what time?
Yeah, like what time of day?
I don't know.
I'm thinking like someone calling randomly at Tuesday, 11 a.m. It's like, why are you calling me right now? And it's just like calling just to chat. Like I'm not calling it to be like, hey, you know, so I'm coming over like at this time. Like if it's not like there's a specific agenda or like a specific point to your call that has a question that has like, hey, I just wanted to remind you that today you got a blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. How are you doing? Good. Okay. Have a good day. Bye. If it's a calling just to chat, you don't do that at 11 a.m. on a Tuesday.
No, you don't even do that at 2 p.m. on a Tuesday. I feel like it has to be after working hours, obviously.
Okay.
It's always after working hours. Or just on the weekends.
Yeah, on a weekend, it's anytime.
But I am that friend who will randomly call you, like maybe at least like, I try to call my friends maybe at least like once or twice a month just to say, hey, what's up? What are you up to? Like, how you doing? You good? Sometimes it's even a few times a week. It depends. But
you don't text them before you call them.
No, sometimes I just like calling, or I just love, I don't know. I feel like texting is, you can't really understand I don't like to text for a long time. If we're going to text for a long time,
I might as well call you.
Let's just talk on the phone.
So like,
and I can do other shit too, because with texting, you're stuck with that phone.
Right.
I can't do the dishes. I can't.
I do feel that though. Like sometimes I'll have a whole like texting conversation with someone like back and forth of like, it's actually a conversation catching up. Like they're telling me what they've been up to. I tell them what I'm up to. And I kind of feel like, damn, should I just call you right now and just like catch up?
Yeah.
Especially if we haven't talked in like, let's say a few weeks, you know, and then we're catching up over text. And I'm like, we're both back and forth, like replying. Like so we're clearly both have time to just be on our phone replying.
Especially if it's like fast replies.
Yeah, like it's like a clear.
It's like, doot, doot, doot,
exactly.
doot.
It's not like I say something and then I leave my phone and then like we continue the conversation 3 hours later. It's like a consistent thing.
Yeah.
That there are moments like that where I'm like, okay, I might as well just like call you. Especially if I'm not doing something.
So why don't you call?
Because we're already in the conversation. So.
Are you sometimes shy to get on the phone?
No, it's not that. I just feel like once you call someone, you're stuck in a call. That's what happens to me.
Alia, if you guys already noticed, Alia tends to get stuck in things.
If you listen to last week's episode.
I don't get it because when I'm on the phone with someone, I've never really had that problem. If I need to get on the phone and I need to get off the phone, doesn't matter if it's my dad, if it's my mom, or if it's my sister or whoever, I can talk on the phone for like, let's say 10 minutes. And then once I have to go, I'm like, okay, I gotta go now. Okay, bye. Especially with my sister. Okay, bye. She's like, okay, bye. It's not like can you explain to me how do you get stuck? Like what's that feeling? Like you feel like it's gonna be rude if you just end the conversation?
So there's two scenarios. There's either one where I'm actually the one rambling.
Okay.
And I end up getting stuck in the conversation, but not in a sense that I want to get out, in a sense that I just end up talking to this person for way longer than I meant to. And there goes my Sunday evening. That's happened so many times.
But that's your fault though.
Exactly. I never said it wasn't my fault.
Okay,
so that's one scenario. Second scenario is where I feel like I'm kind of done with the conversation. I got what I needed out of it.
But they keep talking.
Or even if I want to say like, I just always feel like a conversation can't be just 10 minutes with someone that I haven't seen in a long time. Like if I call my sister,
okay,
or if I call my mom, or if I call my friend that I haven't physically seen or hung out with in several months,
okay,
I just have this feeling that I can't hang up after just 10 minutes, especially because I don't talk to people every day. Like, it's different. Your sister, you kind of call her like every day for about like 10 minutes or so. And just like, hey, what are you doing? What are you up to? You know, how's the baby? Blah, blah, blah. How's this? How's that? Okay, cool. And like, if that's it, that's it. And you have nothing else to say and you just hang up.
But that's because I call
often.
Yeah.
So how much can change from yesterday to today versus I don't call people that often.
Okay, but that makes sense then. If you call people once a month, then obviously you don't have a 10
I call them every week. And even every week, I feel like there's nothing new to say.
Okay.
So I feel like sometimes I really just want to call you for 10 or 15 minutes and hang up. But I feel guilty about wanting to do that, especially when it comes to family.
Okay.
And I feel stuck. And and the reason why I kind of even get anxiety around calling and talking on the phone
with
I guess family, but like it can be anyone really.
You don't really get on the phone with anybody else.
Is that I get stuck. Yeah, I don't really call anyone else.
Yeah.
I just feel like the anticipation of getting stuck keeps me away from calling. Because it feels like such a thing.
Okay, so you catch up with them and you say what's been happening in our lives. And then they say what's been happening in their lives. Yeah. So it's nice to catch up with family. I love calling.
Yeah, no, it's nice to catch up. But there comes a point where like I'm ready to get off the phone.
Once you reach the moment when you're ready to get off the phone and they're talking to you, okay?
Yeah.
What can't you figure out how to just
I feel like I can't just say, okay, I'm ready to go now. I have to come up with like an acceptable and justifiable excuse to get off the phone.
What's an example?
Like, I have work to do. I got to go do laundry.
But you actually do.
Yeah, but I might not actually have to do it in that exact moment. I might just get off the phone and be on my phone for an hour after that. I just don't want to keep talking.
But you can just say, you know, I gotta go. I feel like maybe
Yeah, but it's not enough. I feel like it's not enough for me to just say I gotta go. Like, where are you going though?
No, nobody's asking you where you're going.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I've never tested out that methodology.
Let's try it out tonight.
Tonight, I already talked to the family. And you know, that's the nice thing. Sometimes I try to strategize to call people when I'm like doing an activity where like I have to move from one thing to the next. So today we were at the gym and we had a really nice gym session. And then after that, we both got on the treadmill just to like walk, you know, to get a little bit of steps in. And I was like, you know what? We're here. We're going to be on this treadmill for like 20, 30 minutes, just walking, chilling. So I was like, I might as well call the fam.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing.
The treadmill is a perfect time to, if you work on your phone, you can work.
Yep.
You can do emails.
Yeah.
If you're doing social media work, you can post, you can reply to comments.
Yeah. You can call the fam.
You can call the family. You can really do a lot on the treadmill, and you're getting your workout done.
Yeah.
And then when you get home, you kind of got your work out of the way.
Yeah, that's like 2 or 3 things checked off the box, off the list.
Instead of just walking and watching a show.
Yeah, which that itself is like, it makes the time go by faster. But that's what happened at the gym today. And you even ended up FaceTiming your sister and your mom too. It was perfect. You know, it's like just getting the things off the list on the Sunday.
Yeah.
And I liked that I called them then because, and listen, I love my family and I love talking to them. And as I said too, sometimes I get stuck because I have hella shit to say. And I'm like, damn, like 3 hours went by.
But I think stuck is the wrong word.
Okay.
Because stuck is
I
like,
get
I don't know.
carried away.
Yeah.
And 3 hours go by and we're just talking about a bunch of shit. And I'm like, damn, like 3 hours went by, which like sometimes in a Sunday, especially 3 hours is a long time.
No, 3 hours on any day is a long time. Okay. So you're a texter and I am a caller.
You're a texter too, though.
I am the best texter. Which is a perfect segue to the next thing that we want to talk about today. Bad texters. I feel like I really wish I had a friend who's as good of a texter
as you are.
As I am.
I think you are the best texter that I know.
That you ever met in your life, right?
Yes. Guaranteed.
Why is that? Tell the people why I'm such a good texter, because I believe that too.
And that is like a big reason why also our relationship like got to such a good start when we first started like talking, because before we actually met in real life, you know, after we matched on Tinder.
Did you want to say IRL?
Yeah. After we matched on Tinder, right? We were like, okay, let's get off this app and let's just like get a, you know, like here's my number, whatever, so we can text regularly.
Hold on real quick.
What? If
you're online dating, if you didn't know, this is your first time listening to this podcast, Alia and I met on Tinder, right? So
about 5 years ago.
So if you match with someone, try to get off of the app as soon as you can.
Yeah, because
one thing I hate is just like talking on the app. It feels fake.
And it feels like it could go away at any point.
It could go away at any point. So let me get that number ASAP, because
if they
once
unmatch you or some shit, then they're gone.
Exactly. So you want to lock in that number as soon as you can, and then you can like move forward. But okay, anyways. So sorry.
And it feels just kind of like you want to take it more seriously. Then on the app, it's still like kind of a whatever thing.
After how long you using the app and talking to a person after you match with them? After how long is it okay to ask for their number?
I think like if you've talked like for 3 days in a row on the app.
3 days? Where did you pull that number from?
I don't know. I just feel like that's where I would say
3 days.
Yeah, like you match for the first time and you have that quick exchange, and then like let's say you talk again.
What's the first thing you would send someone?
The third time, babe, I don't remember.
Actually, we should do a whole episode on this.
On like dating app
just call
strategies.
it Tinder. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Even though I don't have that much experience with that, because you were like my second match.
I know, you were my second match too.
Yeah. So I don't know if we should do that episode. Let us know if you want us to. But
yeah.
What were we talking about?
I was just talking about like
but so we got off the app and we started texting.
Yes.
And we actually were texting before we met in real life for maybe like, I don't know, 2 weeks, a week, something like that. I remember there was like Thanksgiving was happening or some type of holiday was going on.
It was Halloween.
No, we met right before Halloween. But there was like, I remember.
Thanksgiving is November. Halloween is October.
You're right. I don't know. Something was happening. Either way. And I remember a big reason why we were not afraid to have that quick back and forth over text. There was no like texting game of I'm going to let him wait for me to reply.
I never did that with you.
There was none of that.
When we were texting, it was like, it was like a fight.
Yeah, it was like we were active. Like I'm waiting for you, for the bubbles to disappear and you text me back.
I was watching the bubbles. When the bubbles disappear, I'm like, you were saying something.
Yeah. Like I'm watching the bubbles and then the text come through and then I read it and then I go boom, boom, boom. It's like active. It's as if we're on a phone call.
Yo, you're so funny. Like I would see the bubbles, then I wouldn't say anything. And then when the bubbles disappear and I didn't get a text, I would start typing something. And then I see your bubbles again. I just delete what I wanted to say right away. So it doesn't seem like I'm saying something. So then you wouldn't say what you want to say because you were waiting for my text to come through.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, there's a whole strategy.
Yeah.
But basically, I think like...
Why am I a good texter?
You're a good... Well, I think what is a bad texter and what is a good texter?
A bad texter, first of all, I want to say this, right? If you listen to this and you claim the title, I'm a bad texter. I'm sorry. I'm just bad.
That's no excuse.
That is bullshit.
Yeah.
Because a bad texter is simply a person who
just doesn't give a fuck.
No, not necessarily that. Some people really work a lot and they're busy and they're not on the phone like that. Okay? That's a bad texter. If you're in that category, it's okay.
Yeah.
But if you're not and you're just posting shit,
but you just don't reply to text.
But you're a bad texter?
You know what's funny to me? When someone claims they're a bad texter, but every time I'm in person with them, they're always on their phone, bro. Always. I'm just like, you ain't a bad texter.
You're not. You're just
bullshitting.
Yeah. And why is that though?
I have no idea.
If you're listening to this and you are a quote unquote bad texter, let us know.
What's the logic behind claiming that?
What do you got? What do you do? What makes you a bad texter?
Do you use the term or like do you give yourself the title of being a bad texter as like an excuse for not having to reply to people?
I think that's what people do.
Like they just say like I'm a bad texter. I just would not be able to be in a relationship with a bad texter.
I don't like texting bad texters. Like if I just, let's say I meet someone, right? And they tell me, they give me their number. Let's say it's a girl that I wanted to talk to and I get her number and she tells me, oh, but like I'm a bad texter, but here's my number. I won't even
automatic
text.
Red flag.
Yeah, automatic red flag because that, first of all, that tells me she doesn't want to talk.
Right.
Because let's say I was a bad texter and someone asked for my number and I want to talk to that person, I'm the best texter in the world.
And also, like, why would you tell them I'm a bad texter? That's such a turnoff.
Yeah. Like I'm not about to beg you to text me back.
Would we consider a bad texter someone that when they have their phone, they are not afraid to like go back to back and they like double text in a row, can be like super active.
Okay.
But I texted them 5 p.m. yesterday and they don't reply to what I texted them until today at 5 p.m. So it's like a whole 24 hours. And it's not like I texted them at midnight or something. So it's like I texted you something midday and you don't reply until midday the next day. But when you do reply, you give me some shit.
What shit? What shit?
Like you reply and you give me some information. Like you're not just like, okay, cool. Like you get into it.
Yeah.
You're just, it takes you a while to get back to me.
I know people like that.
No, because what I was going to say is I've been meeting a lot of new people. You know, I'm building my little community here, meeting a few more people in the city. So I'm like texting new people because I know how other people text me.
Okay.
You know, I know like certain people, they have their phone always on do not disturb. So I know that
my sister right now, I changed her name.
I mean, she just had a baby.
Okay, I know. I changed her name to D&D on my phone.
Oh my God. But I know like most of the people that I know in my life, I know what type of texters they are. You know? So now I'm meeting new people and I'm starting to like text them, you know, to like make plans or have a question or like, are you going to be at Run Club or whatever the thing is, right? And I'm discovering and I'm realizing like, okay, you're this type of texter and this person is this type of texter. And a lot of the new people that I've been meeting and texting with, they're that type of texter where like they will take a day, even 2 days to reply to a text. But then when they reply actively. They don't just like heart heart my message or like reply and say, oh my God, ha ha ha, or something. Like they'll say something.
Yo, you know what I hate?
You know what I mean?
I get what you said.
So is that a bad texter?
That's a bad texter.
I don't know if that's necessarily a bad texter.
That's a bad texter. Like 24 hours. You didn't look at your phone before you went to bed? I always think about that.
Yeah, honestly, that's a good point.
I always think about that.
Me
when you're
too.
setting your alarms, like, don't you want to give back to people?
Yeah, there's no way they didn't see that shit. And
Sometimes,
also, it's not
though,
even anything deep.
I will say, though, like, sometimes you can really forget to text someone back.
I did that. Like,
okay? And you did that.
Guys, it was never that bad. And it wasn't even a big deal. And it's actually what inspired me to be like, we should talk about, just texting and stuff. Because I consider myself, would you say I'm a good texter?
You're an amazing texter.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I can text Alia, and before I put my phone in my pocket, she already replied.
Yeah. No, I'm
honestly,
a good texter.
Sometimes, though, because sometimes
we
when
live together.
Yeah, that's true.
And we've been married, and we've been together.
Yeah.
But I'm a good texter. Like, I really don't care about any of the rules or like not replying or whatever. I love being like back to back on that shit. Give you gifts. I give you images. I give you screenshots of random shit. I give you screenshots with circles of what I'm trying to show
I'm
you.
a good texter.
Yeah, like I'll interact with your shit.
Yeah.
But what happened to me was that one of my good friends, she texted me. I inspired her to like start running. So I was very excited that she was like trying to run, and she was like asking me all these questions, and I was like, hell yeah, I get very excited when people are getting into running because I'm really into running right now. And we were talking about it, and then a couple days later, maybe a week later, she sent me like a photo of herself with her dog that she went on a run. And then she was like, oh, it was so cute, and we ran, and like, do you want to run with my dog when you're here? It was very cute. When she texted me that, when I saw that text, I swear I was in the middle of something.
What text?
When she sent me that, like she sent me the photo.
Oh, yeah.
With like her dog. She went on this run, and it was like a cute, like, look what I did. She was like proud. And I don't know. I remember getting that text, but I was like in the middle of something. I don't know what, that like I opened it. And I just didn't have the like mental capacity to reply in that moment. So I just like swiped away because I think I was like going on my Google Maps. Like I was actively doing something on my phone.
Right.
And then like 4 or 5 days or 3, I don't know. It was like a few days, like 4 or 5 days go by and I did not reply. And I forget when it was that, I was like editing a video and I was putting music on a video, and there was one song that reminded me of her because it reminded me of this artist that she listens to. And it's like very similar. And then it made me think of her. And in that moment, I was like, fuck. She texted me like so many days ago. I just never replied.
That's bad, yo. If I text,
it was like several days, and it was like some cute shit too. It wasn't like something random, Like she sent me a link or something, and I didn't reply. It was like she sent me that specifically to me of like Alia's running, and she got me into running, and like I'm like I want to send her this. It was like thoughtful, and so
what did you say
I
when
felt really bad?
What did you say? Yeah, as you should.
Yeah,
you should feel bad for that.
I mean, she said it wasn't a big deal, but I truly, and that's never happened to me.
It wasn't. I mean, I'm not saying that it was a big deal, but if I text someone some shit like that and they don't respond, I'm gonna be like, damn. But at the same time, I will text you again. If you're my friend and I text you one thing and you don't respond, the next day, if there's some other shit I gotta tell you, I'm gonna text you again.
I mean, yeah, but maybe there wasn't anything else she had to tell me.
Okay, I'm gonna be like, yo, you alive?
Nah.
Yo, look what I sent you.
Really? You would do that? I feel like I would just leave it.
I'm an annoying texter.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, I'm gonna be in your shit.
Yeah, no, I just I felt really bad, and I said it was genuinely it was genuinely like I just was in the middle of something when that text came in, and that was it.
Yeah.
Do
you have Okay, I want to move on from the texting. Okay, we got the vibes for the texting, right? Okay. I want to say I am definitely a person who loves to FaceTime.
Guys, this is a big thing in our relationship too.
Alia didn't want to FaceTime for the first how long?
Like 3 years.
I don't know why. Like, why don't you like, I love FaceTiming, especially if I'm just like at home, I'm doing something. Or like today I was FaceTiming my sister at the gym. You FaceTime your family at the gym too.
I will say that I've gotten a lot better in general with FaceTime.
But I just think it's like so nice to FaceTime someone. But don't FaceTime me. Actually, I do that. I do that with, who's a friend that I do that with? I don't know. I have like a few friends that I FaceTime out of nowhere. And I'm comfortable FaceTiming out of nowhere. And they can respond no matter what they're doing. If they're working, if they're at the gym. Like sometimes they might not even be on the camera because, you know, they're doing something. So the phone is just flat.
So why are you FaceTiming? Just going on a phone call.
Yeah, I know. But FaceTiming is like usually like on a Sunday when you feel good and you're just like, okay, like let's see what my friends are doing. What are they up to? It's nice to FaceTime.
Yeah.
I love FaceTime. You know, this is like you, and especially too, if you're out of state, it's nice to just see each other, right?
But the camera's like pointing to the ceiling the whole time.
No, not the whole time. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
I was talking about in that instance, if they're busy.
Yeah.
They're going to say, yo, I'm busy right now. I'll call you back. You know?
The reason why I don't like FaceTiming that much is because, again, it gives me the feeling of being stuck.
With FaceTime, you are stuck.
Like, because the point of being on FaceTime is to face each other and see each other's face or see what you're doing or whatever. So that means like I can't be on my phone doing some shit while we're talking. I'm a big multitasker. Okay, I like to do shit double time, triple time. And yeah, I also can't just have my phone in my pocket and like do some other shit, wash dishes or whatever, but then I have to put the phone here. I mean, I guess you can. I don't know. It gives me again a sense of like stuckness.
But what does it mean when you say feeling of stuckness? Like I get with FaceTiming, right? If anytime I'm stuck, like I said before, you can get out.
Yeah, it's just something that I have to keep like practicing because I don't know. I just, the same way that I feel that way with phone calls, sometimes like FaceTime is the same. And I think it's also because I just don't talk to people that often.
You know what I really hate? I'm sorry.
What?
If a friend that I haven't talked to in a while FaceTimes me. Anxiety times 100.
And you haven't like texted.
I haven't texted. I feel like when someone FaceTimes me out of nowhere, I feel like they're in my neighborhood.
Oh, like they're like,
they're close to me. Yeah. Or what's worse, when someone FaceTimes you out of nowhere.
Okay.
And they're like, where you at? What you doing?
Nah.
And I'm like, I'm at home. And they're asking me what you doing. And you just chilling.
It's an automatic, like, I want you to come do something with me.
Yeah. And you can't do that to people.
Yo.
I've never done that. So I have a friend who used to do that to me all the time. It got to a point to where I would just always answer and just like respond right away. I'm at home. I'm not doing anything, but I don't want to go anywhere. Because he would just always be like, yo, what you doing? You trying to go here? And he FaceTimes me specifically because
he knows that he's going to get you.
He's going to see where I'm at. Yeah. Because the cool thing with texting is you have time to respond.
It's like a buffer. And that's why I love texting.
Exactly. You have time. Like if they ask you a question, you have time to think about your answer. But if someone calls you or FaceTimes you, you have to respond right away.
Right away.
Like, hey, what you doing right now? Or like.
That's why I hate answering phone calls.
Yeah.
And especially
I mean, just honesty is always the best way to like go about it.
But I think it's also a big one too, is that like, you know, I made this new friend and I was telling her how like making plans for some reason is really hard for me if I'm making plans super far in advance. Like I can't don't ask me what I'm doing next Thursday. Like, hey, do you want to grab dinner like next week? I'm like, maybe, yeah. Like, what day are you thinking?
Yo, next week.
They say Thursday, and today's Tuesday, the week before. So it's like over a week away. I have no idea what is going to be happening. That maybe I actually have to work because I've been procrastinating, or something comes up, or I actually didn't get to go to the gym that day all day, so I got to go to the gym now. I don't know.
there's nothing worse than going to something you committed to a week before when you actually don't feel like going anymore. Like
or
sometimes,
I just can't.
But what if sometimes you really just don't feel like going anymore?
Well, that also can happen too. That's why I like when someone asks me like, hey, what are you doing tomorrow? Do you want to go grab dinner? I
like tomorrow.
I will way more likely be able to give you a straight answer of that considers how I'm feeling, how my social energy, social battery is looking like, how my workload is looking like. I know what I'm doing tomorrow. I have a plan of like when I'm working, how much, what I got to do, what errands I got to run, etc. So I can give you a straight answer. But Thursday, it's a whole weekend and a whole other bitch until then. I don't know what is going to happen until Thursday. So, I don't know why we brought that up.
No, I thought it was just an interesting thing to talk about because some people love to make plans like way ahead of time. I can't do that either.
I used to be like that.
I have to do that with like, photo shoots. Obviously, those are like planned ahead of time.
But that's hard too.
But that's hard too.
Shit changes all the time.
And a lot of times, I'll be ready. And sometimes on the day of, people cancel on me and they say, hey, can we reschedule? Which I understand. It happens.
But
what am I going to say? No, we can't reschedule.
I mean, yeah.
No, you cannot. I can't.
You can't make them like.
Me as the photographer, I have to just deal with it. It's like part of it because now you don't want the model to show up just grumpy, like, I don't even want to be here. I can't be here, but here, let's do this. That's the worst feeling.
Yeah.
So people have canceled like 3 times on me back to back. And what do I say? Okay, that's fine. Thanks for letting me know. Then the next time, oh, I can't today. I'm so sorry. All right, cool. Like, what am I going to say? I can't say, no, you actually have to come today. And I strategize my day around that. I planned around it.
Because and that's another thing too, that like you make plans, you have to.
But I feel like people have to respect. It's a mutual respect.
Which part?
That
you show up.
Yeah, of the model. Okay, this photographer, like.
Yeah, but I mean,
everybody got plans.
In real life, like social situations too, of like you make plans with someone. It depends on the situation. But canceling like a few hours before you're supposed to show up somewhere.
It's not
honestly,
good.
I do that kind of sometimes. I actually did that recently.
Canceling.
But I genuinely had like a lot of work left to do that I didn't realize I was going to have. And I was like, we're leaving town. We got to just get our life together. So I was going to like hang out with someone and I canceled on them. And it was like,
the day of?
It was 4 hours.
Damn.
Before we were supposed to hang out. But it was like on a weekday and I was still working. And it actually worked out perfectly because like I had some shit I had to do. So I ended up like doing hella shit past like when we were going to hang out anyways. Yeah. So I didn't, just didn't feel like it.
Sometimes it works out like for the other person too.
Yeah.
Like you ever got canceled on and then they feel bad like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like I can't make it today.
I think that's a given. You have to do that.
And then you're like, oh, thank God. Because I didn't feel like going today either.
I don't think it doesn't have to be like, oh, thank God. But for me, I don't ever have a huge problem if someone cancels on me. Like most of the time, all good.
Okay. We cannot talk about texting without talking about group chats. Group chats, texting. I love group chats. I'm a big fan of group chats.
How many group chats would you say
I think I'm in like 5 or 6 group chats.
Yeah, that was a fast ass response.
Yeah, 5 or 6 group chats.
I am only in like 2.
Yeah,
I'm in 3 group chats.
I'm in a group chats with high school teammates.
Okay.
Yes, high school teammates. A big group chat. Shout out to everyone if you're listening.
Okay.
I'm in a group chat with Instagram group chat. With some friends from Belgium.
Okay.
That's an Instagram group chat. And then I'm in I used to be in 2 big soccer group chats in Seattle.
Okay.
I had to get out of there because I'm not there anymore.
Right.
I'm in another basketball group chats of people I used to play basketball with in Seattle.
Okay.
But I have to get out of that because I'm not there anymore.
Okay.
So that's like 5 already.
Okay, but those are like inactive.
And then I have another group chat with like my 4 best friends in Seattle.
Mm-hmm. And then
that's
you have
it.
the group chat with us and our friends in New York.
Oh,
both
right.
One on Instagram and one regular text.
Yes. And then
family group chats.
And then family group chat, right. So it's more like 7 group chats.
Mm.
And they're all for different things, you know? So yeah, what about you? Like you just have the family one and then...
The family one, there's like 2 family ones.
Okay.
One is the one that you're in and the other one is with like the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have like the one on Instagram and regular text with our friends.
Mm-hmm.
And then is a group chat with my sister and my mom a group chat?
Yeah, it's a group chat.
Okay, and then that group chat. That's it.
Yeah.
So not a lot of group chats.
You know what's funny? The group chat that we have, so me, you, Lauren, and Drew, the group chat that we have on
Instagram
is different than the group chat we have on text, because if we're trying to make plans, that's the one that we talk on the text, right?
Sometimes we talk on Instagram too, but yeah.
What do you mean?
Sometimes we talk, we're like, what are you guys up to? And it's on Instagram.
Yeah, but what I was trying to say is that the ones on Instagram is usually for like when you send Instagram links, like
yeah, like
this
reels,
reel, yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's necessary to have, because some people are like, why do you have 2 different group chats? Like, why don't you just
have to have an Instagram. Oh, and I also have an Instagram one with my mom and my sister
on
Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Like
I didn't know that.
on Instagram.
But you guys, you talk on there?
No, we don't talk on there. We just send shit. And then it's always my mom sending some like, don't eat vegetables before breakfast.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or, you know, random health shit like that.
So with group chats, who are you in those group chats that you have? Are you like an active person? Are you the person who kind of doesn't really talk?
I'm not in random group chats because I feel like you just said that you are...
I'm not random. They're not random.
Random in the sense that you just said there's like 3 different group chats that you said you need to get out of because they don't apply to you anymore.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean, is in random.
Okay. But I'm talking about the concrete
so like
chats
the
of
concrete
the people that
group
you know.
Chats, there's technically only 2.
Okay.
3.
Are you active?
I am active in... I'm active in the one that we have with Drew and Lauren, and I'm active in the one that I have with my mom and my sister. And
so that's it.
I'm not active in the family group chat.
Okay.
And I am known to not be active.
Okay, why are you not? Are you too good to be active in the family group chat?
Too good? No, it's not even a matter of being too good for the family group chat. It's just the family group chat is a lot. You are not active in the family group chat. You're actually more active than I am.
I posted some shit today.
That's true. It's just that usually the family group chats for my family, and not even the one that you're on, is the one that I'm thinking about. Is the one
the Romanian one?
The Romania one.
Everyone speaks Romanian that I can't even participate.
Yeah, of course. So that's why you're not even in it, because it's pointless. But it's like mostly just a bunch of links that my dad sends. Just like, it's always hella links, and I appreciate him. You know, he's always trying to like share whatever he's reading and stuff.
Yeah, it's important.
But it's hella back to back, hella paragraph talking about some shit.
Hella is one of Ali's favorite words.
Sorry. Sometimes when I get rolling, I keep saying the same word over and over again. But it's just a lot of links, and I don't know. It's overwhelming. And I also don't open WhatsApp because those are on WhatsApp. So I don't open WhatsApp that often.
My WhatsApp is on silent.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is muted because it always has like 20 notification bubble. Always.
WhatsApp is the one app that I have anxiety going to sometimes. because that's the international app. That's where you have all the uncles. You have like everyone worldwide. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, WhatsApp is one of those apps that once you open the app, they can see your activity. They can see they read it.
Active.
They can see they read it. I think you can turn it off too.
It says last seen and the time.
Yeah, it's like, damn, okay, police.
Yeah.
But
I feel like you might be able to turn that off.
You can turn it off.
Into that.
But even then, like when it shows the 2 check marks, that means you were on the app. You just didn't open their specific chat.
No, 2 check marks is that it's been delivered.
Okay.
1 check mark is that you sent it, and then 2 check marks is that it's been delivered. And then a filled in double check mark is that it's been read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you did your homework on that. But okay.
Who are you in the group chat? But I would say in our group chat with our friends in New York, I'm very active. I'm always on that shit.
You're very active.
I send hella videos nobody cares about.
No, exactly. Because sometimes the thing with group chats is that if you're in a really active group chat, which I love, there's nothing I love more than a good participant. Okay?
In a group chat.
If you're in a group chat and you just don't say anything ever,
you're like that ghost.
And you just read everything and don't say anything, I'm just like,
why are you there?
Why are you there?
And why aren't you saying anything?
And for a while, there was a few group chats that I was like that too.
Okay, but my question is, those group chats, how many people were in those group chats?
Like 9.
Yeah.
Or 7.
That's a big group chat.
That's a big group chat.
I like a 4, 5, 6 people max.
Okay, yes. But the group chat that I have with my friends, everyone is so different. Everyone is so different. Me, I'm the guy who will say something. The next day, I will say something again.
No reaction.
No reaction. It's like a group chat by myself. And then...
That's so funny. That's so cute.
And then something would happen, like the next basketball game, I would send another link. Yo, watch this. This is crazy. The next day, Future drops a new album. I will send a link to a song, be like, yo, this song is the best one. Have y'all listened? Now I'm starting to ask questions. Y'all heard this song? Nothing.
Damn.
So it depends.
It's funny because I feel like this just happened because Future just dropped an album.
Right. And sometimes when it happened multiple times, like I never get offended because I know everybody's busy. I know everybody's working. But at the same time, like no one can respond. Not one person.
At least heart it or something.
So I think it's funny when it happens, you know what I mean? Because eventually people will respond or whatever like that, right? But here's the worst part of a group chat is that when you send something and then someone doesn't reply to what you said, they just say something else completely about a whole different topic.
You don't like that?
I don't like it because it's like, this is a group chat and why can't you acknowledge what I said?
It's just crazy because they saw it. They literally just didn't say shit about it.
Didn't say anything. Me, for example, let's say someone said something and I have to admit, sometimes I do the same thing too.
Oh, okay.
I have to admit it, okay?
I would feel so bad to leave something someone else said unrecognized.
Exactly. So I would see something, now respond to it. Let's say they sent something on a Thursday and then I didn't say anything or nobody responded.
Okay. And then it's the weekend. Like 3 days go by. Mm-hmm. And then something happened and I want to say something in the group chat. About something else.
About something completely different. But what I do is I go to the group chat, I'd be like, oh, fuck. So I would respond to what they sent. And be like, damn, that's crazy. And then I will say whatever I got to say.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like proper, that's like respectful.
But I feel like it's kind of fucked up to do that.
Why?
Because they know that you only responded because you wanted to say something.
I don't think anyone thinks about it that much.
I think so.
I don't think about it that much at all. If somebody sent something on, like, because I would say, like, we're more active on the Instagram group chat. In terms of, like, that one's easy. You just send random shit that you see day to day, you know? And then you talk about it versus, like, our, like, texting group chat. That one is specifically for, like, what are you guys doing? Do you want to hang out?
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. So, like, the Instagram one is way more loose. But if somebody sends anything or a video and I see that nobody replied to what this person sent, I will like it. I will, like, specifically say something about the video. I'm not just gonna, like, say something.
Yeah.
Without paying it, like, without recognizing what someone else sent. Even liking, like, double tap. It's just nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I love group chats. I'm always active. A lot of the times, I'm the only one speaking on the group chat.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
Because I just want to, these are my friends.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't respond, I'm going to keep talking to y'all. Y'all going to respond to something. But
do you sometimes say, like, do you acknowledge that in the group chat and you're like, why is nobody...
I don't say, why is nobody responding to me? Ooh, I'm so sad. I don't say that.
Okay, you don't say that.
But I just say, like, damn. I don't know. Sometimes I say, yo, is anybody seeing it? Like, I'm by myself in here, or like I would say this group chat. I don't know, but I
You
really
say something.
honestly don't say. I feel like I've said something before. That's just because I want it to be funny. But like honestly, I don't ever say anything because, it's I don't take it. Those are like I would say those are like my best friends, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I don't get offended because I know it's not I'm not getting ignored.
You think?
Even though I am getting ignored, I know it's not like on purpose. So I would just keep sending shit because, and they'll get to it whenever they get to it.
Yeah.
But I'm just not like sitting at home like nobody responding to
No,
my
I
text
know that you're
messages.
not. I know that you're not. But I feel like at the end of the day, if it's like a smallish group chat, if it's like if it's like 5 people.
Let me see what happened right now in the group chat.
If it's 5 people in a group chat, everybody knows everybody. It's not like a big ass group chat. If there's one person that just never ever says anything, never sends anything, never reacts to anything, that's weird. That's weird.
I mean, maybe they're just not. Maybe there's just I don't know.
Okay,
maybe,
I feel like there's one other thing that we got to talk about when it comes to group chats.
okay.
When someone leaves the group chat.
When someone leaves the group chat,
John left the group chat.
and it's
John left this conversation.
without saying anything to anybody about anything,
Yeah.
I'm gonna text John separately and be like, "Yo, bro, you good?
You will, right?
Like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, why did you leave the group chat?
I had like some family group chat drama like that.
Really?
Like the past summer or like 2 summers ago.
Someone left the group chat. If I'm in a group chat, first of all, if I'm in a group chat with you, that means we're really close.
Yeah.
And then 2, like, why would I leave the group chat?
I'll just mute it if like it really bothers me.
Oh,
or like
all
if I
my
don't
group
give a
chats
fuck.
are muted.
No.
Yeah, they're all muted because sometimes when a lot of shit going on, like I'm not always on my phone. Sometimes I just like to catch up later on.
Okay.
Every time you get a message from a group chat, you get a ding.
Yeah. But I'm not in that many group chats.
Okay, yeah. If I left my shit on, my battery would die.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, you're so popular.
Yeah. That's it about group chats, honestly. Like I don't have much more to say about group chats.
I do want to go back just real quick to bad texting
Oh, are we going back there again?
because we didn't touch on people. When somebody writes, sorry, that's a long pause. When somebody writes with perfect punctuation, and I know this might be like a super Gen Z to like say, but every time you write something, you put a period at the end of everything you write. To me, you're too serious.
To me, you are too serious. First of all, I never put like a period at the end of my sentences when I'm texting.
Exactly.
When I do that, that means I'm like mad.
Yeah. Like who writes okay period?
I don't know.
Regularly.
I don't know. Also, using emojis. There's different kind of texters in the world. There's people who love emojis.
I love emojis.
There's people who overdo the emojis.
Yeah, I think that's me.
That's when I take a step back.
If somebody uses too many emojis.
Like we're texting, this is not a game.
Okay, I'm not like that level.
Like sending like you know those emojis that you can fill the whole screen with?
Yeah. Okay, that's like funny once in a blue moon. It's not like a regular thing.
That's like only on New Year's. Only do that on New Year's.
No, but I think
what do you think about people who never use emojis? Ever.
It bothers me. I actually take notes. Sometimes I'm like, because I be using emojis. So I'm like writing something and then I use whatever emoji. And I realize that I've been the only one using emojis. Like I look back at our text and I see that they ain't got no yellow shit.
Why does it bother you that they don't use emojis?
Because I'm like, let's have more fun here.
Fun for what? We're having a conversation about something.
Yeah, but I think it's like let's be more like loose with it. I don't know. I feel like using emojis is such a fun way. You know, it's just like so much more fun to text someone that uses emojis.
I love emojis, and I'm the emoji person.
Yeah,
I'm the person who puts. No, I was gonna say I'm the person who puts emoji next to people's names in my phone, but I don't.
No, I don't do that.
I think I got a heart for you.
Yeah.
I got a flower for my sister. I got a heart for my mom. I got like a muscle arm for my dad.
Yeah, and then that. But like texting, I just think like, what about people that use like the old school emojis of like the 2 dots?
I do that with smiley faces. I never when I want a smiley face, I never use the emoji smiley face because that shit just looks creepy to me.
What?
Yeah, just the regular smiley emoji.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me look at it. I don't like it for some reason.
Well, there's like several kinds.
Let me see.
There's like one that's like kind of weird, old school, and then there's other ones that are more cute.
Oh, like the blushing
blush
one
on his cheeks.
Yeah, the blushing one is okay.
I like.
The crying laughing emoji.
Yeah.
That one is
which
normal.
one?
But
the one that's sideways.
The sideways one. It's so. I feel like your dad uses the sideways one a lot, right?
My dad loves the sideways one, and you know another one my dad loves. It's the one with the tongue out and the eyes like crazy, like.
Oh damn!
He loves that one.
Yeah,
he loves using them together.
That gives me like, oh, I'm being silly right now.
I love the sideways laughing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that one. Anyways, guys, anything else you want to talk about?
Texting, I think that was it for me, you know.
Yeah.
I think I'm a caller. I am a FaceTimer.
And you're a big texter too.
I'm a texter. And I love voice notes too. Ever since I said that last season on season 2, right?
Yeah.
People who DM me to say anything about the podcast, just send me voice notes. And I gotta be honest, that's like my favorite thing because if I have time and I open it and I'm just somewhere, I love leaving because hearing someone's voice, it's like a different connection.
It is different.
It's like my favorite thing. I'm not going to call. I'm not going to have a call with anybody, you know.
Yeah,
but
it gives you time to respond, which I like.
What do you mean?
Like,
it gives you time to respond?
Compared to a phone call where you got to like reply as soon as they say something, a voice note is like between a text message and a call.
I love voice notes. But some people don't like voice notes because I feel like I think self-consciousness.
Yeah, with like hearing your own voice and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like it's a thing for like some people, but some don't give a fuck. They're like, hey, Yoni, what's up? I love the episode. I love the podcast when you say this and that. I'm like, oh shit, funny. Like, what's your name? Where you from? You got an accent.
Hearing like, I love that when people have accents.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you from the UK?
Yeah, we have a lot of like British UK accents.
Shout out to all the UK listeners. Shout out everyone from New Zealand also.
Yeah, and Australia too. And anyone who's ever sent us a voice note on.
Shout out to all the French listeners. Shout out to all the Belgium, everybody.
I was like, about to list everybody.
Yeah.
But I just kind of forget about voice notes that they're a thing until someone sends me one. Like I forget it's an option.
It's the best option. If you listen to this episode right now, please pause this and send me a voice note, okay?
A voice note?
A voice note on Instagram. Yeah, it's just fun. And sometimes I have like long ass conversations and I get to know the people.
Yeah, no, I do like them because it also just humanizes them and it adds like the way somebody speaks adds so much character to what they're saying, which is again like why I also love emojis. If you're just writing me a text with just nothing, like perfect punctuation.
I don't want to text you.
Is this an email?
Yeah, like you might as well say, "Dear Yoni."
Yeah, thank you. Anyways, guys, but I think that's it for this episode.
Yeah,
we're gonna be moving on to our Patreon where we're discussing all of you guys' worst dates. Speaking of texting, plays a big part in dating life.
Oh my god, yo. Let's get to that.
We will get to that.
Yeah, we will get to that. I just want to say shout out to everyone's dog.
Yep. Shout out to everyone, period.
Exactly.
Shout out to all the people that listen on Patreon.
Yo, for some reason, my brain just went blank completely.
No, it's all good. Thank you guys for tuning in and listening to today's episode. We hope that it was entertaining. I feel like I'm surprised we like never talked about this before.
We never talked about it because I don't know why. I feel like we did actually.
There's always so many things to talk about. Maybe we have talked about it.
Yeah.
But
let us know if you're a bad texter and why
you justify that.
Yeah, why do you think saying a bad texter is such a like?
Because nowadays, we live on these phones.
Do you trust bad texters?
No. If you're a bad texter, to me, you're something else. You intentionally are a bad texter.
No, like you're actually just busy. Don't say I'm a bad texter. Say I'm a busy person who got a life and I'm not always on my phone.
just say, I'm not on my phone a lot. That is different than saying, if somebody's not a good texter and they're also not on social media, I get it. They're just not on their phone.
I get it. Yeah.
But if you're on social media a lot
and you're a
bad texter, it's a no.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about this episode. Honestly, comment whatever you want to comment.
Comment bad texters suck. No, don't comment us. Don't comment that. Thank you guys for listening. We're going to close it out. We're going to go over to our Patreon, coming out every weekend, either on Saturday or on Sunday, whenever we get it.
Link is everywhere. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you next week on Wednesday.
No. Oh, yeah. See you here next week on Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah, we hope you have a...
Like where else?
Well, if you're on a Patreon, if you're a Patreon member, we'll see you guys on the weekend.
That is true.
Yeah. All the information on the Patreon, Instagram, all those things are in the description. We hope you have a beautiful day wherever you are in the world.
Bye. The outros, you guys, you know how the outros are in this episode,
yeah,
okay?
You guys already probably clicked off.
You probably clicked off already, which is fine. And if you didn't click off, honestly, just type I didn't click off. That's when we know you're a real one. Yeah. Okay, type that. Okay, bye guys.